Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. I love if you'd subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up for the video if you like it. And let's go ahead and get started. So today's video is all about a single shadow. I've heard so much about it watching Ms.Goldgirl that it's one of her favorite shadows that she'll always purchase over and over again. And that is the Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow color. She said that this beats all others. It's like 99 cents. You can't beat the price. But I've never tried it before. It's not sold in any of the stores around me, so my framily, Miss Linda sent this to me so I could try it out on my channel, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Linda. I can't wait to play with this. For the longest time, my favorite single shadow, if I had to pick one, would be the Buxom Satin Seduction. The one thing about it though is it's so pretty, and I love it because you can use it as a highlight. You can put it all over underneath your brow, but it does have a sheen to it. So some people might not like this on their eyelids because of how much of a sheen that it has, and it does give a little bit of a kickback when you take flash photography. So it's very, very pretty, but I'm curious to see about the one that Ms.Goldgirl always talks about because it is a flat color. So let me go ahead and show it to you. It's very similar in shade to my Satin Seduction, but without the sheen. So I'm super, super excited to try this. Like I said, you can't beat the price on it. It's just not sold by me. So since I was gonna go ahead and try out this single color and see if it's really like, wow, Miss Linda also sent to me this beautiful nutty color, which is also by Wet n Wild. It's this beautiful, I don't know if you can see it, like shimmer brown color. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna use these two colors to do my eyelid and see how it turns out and what kind of payoff it has. And then because I'm doing Wet n Wild eyeshadow, I figured I would stick with my Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. I love this. It gives light, natural coverage. Your skin looks so beautiful wearing this. And I can't believe, but it still has powder in it, not powder, but the cream in it. So what I've done, because I've had this for a few months now, is I keep this on top to try to keep it from drying out. And I guess it's really done the trick because I still have a lot in there, so I'm excited to use it. And then I figured I'd finish off the look with Maybelline products just to keep it all drugstore. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do my 2 pumps of my Neutrogena Rapid Repair with my SPF. So I just do 2 pumps onto my hand. If you are new to my channel, I absolutely love this in the Rapid Repair line. I could not use the entire line because my face dries out from the retinol, but just this one alone, my face does fine with. I love that it gives you the SPF that you need, but it's so lightweight. It dries super quick. It has this nice fresh scent, and it's played great under any foundations or CC creams that I've used it with. So I really, really like it. Okay, so next I'm going to put on my Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. I love this foundation. It is so pretty. Like I said though, to try to keep it from drying out, I do keep this little cover on. Ooh, that's really messy. To get it to last longer. I'm gonna go ahead and use my dampened Real Technique sponge, and I just press it right into the foundation and then put it on. It's so pretty though. And once again, you can't really beat the price for how pretty this is on your skin. The Maybelline Cushion Foundation too is absolutely beautiful. I just figured I would do Wet n Wild since I was doing their eyeshadows. The Maybelline one actually goes on your skin. I have a video on them if you'd like to see it. I would link it down below and all the information if you have not seen that. But the Maybelline one is just like this Wet n Wild one. The only difference is that it's more of a light to medium coverage. So it gives a little bit more coverage in this one, but I don't have any real redness or breakouts or anything right now. But they both sit so beautifully on your skin and they last all day. They don't get cakey or settle into lines that I've noticed or anything like that. So I really, really like both of them. And I can't say that one is really better than the other. It just depends on how much coverage I'm looking for on a particular day or if I have any breakouts that I want to cover up. But I mean, look how pretty that is. It gives this beautiful natural glow. And it covers so pretty. So I really, really like this. If you have not tried this foundation, I would definitely recommend that you do. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead and set it. I really like this Maybelline Fit Me powder. This shade is in Fair 05. It's so pretty. It looks really, really nice. It is a dupe for the It by Pores. I also did a video on that. If you wanna see that, I'll link that down below too. But at a drugstore price, this is just fine milled, just like the It by Pores. And it does a great job setting your makeup without changing the color of it. It just makes your face look airbrushed and it looks so pretty. There you go. So it just makes it looks like skin. It just looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna save the eyeshadows for last, I think. I'm going to use my Fit Me blush in, which one's this? The Nude. And I have to say, I seem to be doing a lot of dupes in this video. This is a dupe for my Bobbi Brown Antigua blush, and you can't beat the price. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it compared to the Bobbi Brown, but the color is almost exactly the same, like you can't tell the difference between the two. And the price point on this is amazing. So if you're looking for good drugstore dupes, there's a lot in this video that you can try out that I guarantee you will love. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. Like I said, it does have a little bit more of a sheen, but it's super pretty. Okay, because I'm using two light shadows, usually I use shadow to do my liner, but I have a feeling this is gonna be way too light. So I did go ahead and I got my Maybelline Unstoppable eyeliner, and I'm just going to start like in the middle of my eyelid. And the reason why I'm putting this on first, actually I don't usually do that, but I want to kind of lessen how dark it is when I put on the eyeshadow, because I'm not really doing a dark look today, and I think if I have super dark eyeliner on, it's going to look a little weird. So I'm going to try to use the eyeshadow to down below to kind of lighten it up a little. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Nutty. If I can get it open. It took a little bit for me to figure that out. I'm just going to go ahead with my angled MAC brush, and I'm just going to kind of press it right on top of that eyeliner just to lighten it up a little bit and to keep it in place while I put the eyeshadow up on top of it. This is a beautiful color. It's not sparkly, it just has like the right amount of sheen to it. Okay, I'm hoping it gives as much payoff when I put it on my eye, because I know right now I'm just putting it on top of the eyeliner, so it's kind of sticking to it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to use, this is my e.l.f. eye crease brush, and I'm just gonna go in with the Nutty and see how it goes on. It's a much lighter brown color when I'm not putting it on top of the eyeliner. You can see, because I packed it right on top of the eyeliner, so it's a little bit darker. It just lightened up the eyeliner. But it's this beautiful like nutmeg color. And I have to say, it doesn't look as, like it has as much shimmer to it on your eyelid. I mean, it has a little bit of sheen, but it's not like a lot of sheen. It's very pretty. The funny thing is, I was actually expecting it to look a little bit more on the gray side, just the way that it looks in the pan, but it actually looks more like a nutmeg brown. Either way, it's really pretty. Okay, so I'm hoping to get away with these two shadows. Let's go ahead and see. That does give a really good payoff though, with the color. All right, so the brulee is the whole reason why this video even came to mind, was watching Ms.Goldgirl. So let's see if it's as good as she says. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take a fluffy brush, and I'm going to put it right into the brulee. And oh, it is a very natural skin color. So if you have fair skin like I do, this is a perfect base color for you, if not putting it up top just like I'm doing. Oh, it's very, very pretty. I can see why she likes it because she also has light skin. And it's blending very nicely. It's very pretty. It reminds me of the MAC paint pots that a lot of people put on their eyes before they put on their eyeshadow. I can see why she likes it so much. So I'm excited because this is really good. Okay, so I'm going to use my angled brush again, and I just want to create a little definition underneath my eye. So I'm going to go back in with the Nutty. I will say these things are kind of hard to open, but for 99 cents, you can't really complain. So with my angled eye brush, I'm going to start at the outside, and I'm just going to kind of come in about halfway and let it go in. But look at that color payoff. I mean, it's good. For 99 cents, it's giving off a good amount of color. Both very, very pretty. I'm gonna have to look at what other eyeshadow colors they have. Okay, and then let's go ahead and add a little bit of color to my brows. I haven't been doing too much after using my Benefit Brow Conditioner. It's really filled in my brows nicely. There's just still a little bit areas where I like to add just a little bit. I don't really add too much. So I just kind of brush them down, and I kind of go right over the natural shape of them, and then I brush them back up. I try to go as light-handed as possible, so you can't really tell that I did anything, but it just adds in that little bit of color where it's needed. This one I don't even need as much. This one's filled in really, really nicely. The only place really is right over here where it needs a little bit more on this side. But otherwise, it's doing a fantastic job. It's one of those products that you didn't think would really do anything, but I was pleasantly surprised when it did. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with my lashes. I really like that. I can see why Ms.Goldgirl likes this color. I'm gonna curl my lashes before I put on my mascara. This is a step that you can skip if you have long lashes or you don't like curling them, but I just like the way my lashes look after curling them. So I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal mascara. The thing about this mascara is that it makes your lashes nice and long, but it does kind of clump a little bit, so it's not one of my favorites. But if I'm just running errands or something like that, I'm trying to use this tube up. The nice thing though is it doesn't flake. So you just kind of work with the clumps a little bit when you're trying to build it up, because I don't like clumps in my eyelashes. But it does elongate really nicely, and it does make your eyelashes really stand out, so that's good. Okay, and then to finish with my drugstore look, I'm gonna go ahead and end with my Maybelline Romantic Rose. This is such a pretty color. This is also a dupe for Urban Decay Morning After, their Vice lipsticks. I wore this to work the day before we got out for Christmas break, and my volunteer who works in my room was saying how much she loved my lipstick, and she went out and bought it. So it is a beautiful, beautiful color. It's definitely worth the price. It's not as creamy as the Urban Decay Vice, but for the price, and the color is exactly the same, it's a great everyday lipstick that you're gonna go through pretty quick. But here is my end look using all drugstore products, and I have to say I'm really glad that Ms.Goldgirl recommended the Brulee, because it is a beautiful natural skin color. So I absolutely love it. I think that I'll probably be replacing this with my Buxom. The only problem is that I'm gonna have to be very careful using it because it's not sold in the stores here. So thank you so much, Linda, for sending this to me, because I love it. And if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend that you do. It is beautiful. So I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe before leaving. Have a wonderful day. Bye.